Hello, welcome back. This is Xero Uncut. Xero.
What up? And I'm Bobby.
Well then, busy week this week, hasn't it? A couple of breaking bits of news today that we need to cover.
Busy week, busy 2 days.
Yeah. Well, let's might as well kick off then with the whole Mandy stuff then. So you've only just woken up, so you're completely out of the loop with this one, really.
Yeah. Well, I'll know what I'll tell you what I do know. She was released for
Yeah. Let's just
posting.
break this up anyway. A minute, hang on.
She was released for posting. How do I put this? Posting not very open photos. There you go.
Yeah, let's just say that. Yeah. Well, what's come down in the past couple of hours is she has been released from her WWE contract, but it's not as simple as what people are making it out to be. Basically, what has now come down is they actually had a meeting before the show on Tuesday, and she was given an option. Basically, it was you drop the belt on the 10th of January, as what the original plans were, and then you'll have Rumble entry, and then you and the girls, so obviously Sir JC and Gigi, go up to SmackDown as a three-piece, but she had to tone down that content on her site, basically, like completely tone it down and that, or she chooses the site and she goes. That was the thing. And she actually chose to keep the site. Now, the information that's come out from it is the reason why she chose to keep the site is because her NXT contract is, her NXT contract's $150K a year, basically. She gets paid. Okay. Now, people have worked out her subs on her site, $25 per sub. Okay. And she's got 10K subs on there at the moment. So if you work that out, that's about $2 million a year, basically.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
About 2 to 3 million a year, basically.
And that's right now.
That's right now. Yeah, right now.
The more people come in, the higher it goes. Wow.
Yeah. So, and apparently since her release has been announced as well, more people have been subbing to the actual subscription service, and the numbers have gone up. So
that's how that works. But here's the thing. That site she has. There's another site out there that is bigger.
Yeah.
That she couldn't do while she was on WWE contract. So I assume she's going to the other site.
Yeah, probably.
I would assume if she picked she could do both. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Well, that's so that's the reason behind it was the money, basically. She wanted the money obviously from it. She started it off to make the money. That was the whole thing. Because, of course, the NXT contracts are so low. That's the thing. If you're an NXT, you're developmental, you have a low contract. She wants the money.
Wasn't she still on her main roster deal?
No, she wasn't. No, she went down to an NXT deal when she joined. She signed a new NXT deal when she, I think it was 2020. Yeah, last year. It was over the end of 2020 or 2021.
Because I know she signed a 5-year deal right before the pandemic.
Yeah, no, she it was an NXT deal she came into, basically. So she was on NXT money. But it has been said that if she decides in time that she will drop the site, or not even drop the site, just tone it down, so it basically is a sort of, they can go down to like a TV 14 level kind of thing. So bikini pics, stuff like that, really. Then she's welcome back with open arms, basically. They'll have her back. They've got no problems at all with having her back whatsoever. And they've offered her, she can come straight back into main roster again. She can have championship runs and everything like that. She will not be punished at all for it, basically, because it was her choice to leave. So that's the thing.
I wouldn't be shocked if she doesn't come back.
She probably will do. And I mean, at the end of the day, she's got a 30-day non-compete. Well, I don't know. Well, she's got a 30-day non-compete on. So she might even change her mind during that 30 days. So if she drops the site within the next 30 days, she's back. She can come back anyway at the end of it. But, I mean, it depends whether she favours the money over working or whatever.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I mean, she's making a lot of money. She's how do I put this? I'm trying to word this correctly. She's not on a wrestler schedule anymore. There you go. Like, she's not taking all the bumps.
Yeah.
And have to be at TV weekly or every day, whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's safer what she's doing.
That's what a lot of people have been saying now is, she's getting roughly $2 million a year, which is what bloody loads more than what she was getting with NXT. She doesn't need to take the bumps and that. She can also then as well if she wants to, because originally she actually turned around and said in an interview she actually wants to go and start a family and everything. So she can still start a family. She can have the baby. She can still do the content and stuff like that for a little while, and that. Then maybe take a year or two off, then come back afterwards. So that's the.
And I mean, her fiance, he's got money. So they're not hurting for money.
No,
especially if she has to take time off.
Yeah. So so that's the so. That's more that's come out from it. Obviously, when it was just reported down as she's been released. Blah blah blah. No further information on it really. It was to do with the site. But now a lot more has come out from it, and she was actually given the choice of whether to be released or not. So all these people saying, "Oh, WWE are evil." It was actually her kind of who cited it.
I know others have that site. I think I saw Lacey Evans has one.
Yeah,
maybe Liv Morgan.
Yeah, they do, but the difference is the content and what they're posting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They clearly can get away with it. I don't know what they're posting, but I can't imagine. I don't think it's as bad as what Mandy was posting.
No, well, even because people are saying even Scarlett has one, but the stuff that Scarlett's posting is tame to what Mandy was posting.
Oh yeah, I did. That's another. Yeah. Maybe that's the name I'm thinking of. Not Liv, Lacey and Scarlett. Maybe.
No, a lot of them do have it. You've got. You have got Lacey's got one. Scarlett. Who else has got one? One of the others on the main roster's got one, but I can't remember who.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I bet you are.
No, I mean Mandy. Mandy News. It says American Pro. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Now you said she's got movie offers?
Yeah, well apparently she was I don't know.
What kind of movies?
All I got told earlier on, no, not those kind of movies.
Okay.
Let me actually just load up the message, hang on, because this is what I got told. I
was like, wait, what kind of movie?
No, it wasn't that kind of movie. Right, let's have a look. So it was a. Sorry, I'm just going back. I wasn't prepared for this one. So it was basically. So the thing that I got was she got herself an agent now. So like where most wrestlers get an agent and stuff like that before they come up to main roster and stuff. She's got herself an agent, and similar to what Sasha's doing, she's been offered movies and stuff like that. She's been offered TV appearances and stuff, and that. So she's been offered that, and as I got told earlier on, it was once you find a way to survive without almost killing yourself every day and taking the bumps and stuff, she's doing the content. She's got these TV offers. She's got the, she's got these movie offers now and stuff. What one are you going to pick? You're going to pick more sort of, you're going to pick the one that's better for your health, aren't you, really?
Better for your health, better money, residuals down the line. Because, I mean, if you're in a movie... let's say you're in Iron Man, the first Iron Man. That's the first movie that popped into my head. Every time that movie runs on TV, you get paid.
Yeah. And
ever since they went to Peacock for pay-per-views, they're not getting pay-per-view bonuses, anything.
Yeah, no.
So, and safer, you're working less in the year. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not working every week for 365 every week for 365 days.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's
I don't know.
yeah, so it's a lot better, and that it's a lot. People would choose that, but I mean the hate still go around and stuff, and it's all like, oh, WWE's evil. We thought the new regime was different and stuff like from it, and and that and talk about that. Actually, that leads us into the next topic. Then
speaking of
that,
this came out Monday. Mandy came out today.
Yeah,
it's Wednesday. This thing came out Monday.
Yeah, so well, the question is, and this is the thing that I'm going to surprise you with now a little bit now, right? You don't know anything about this, right? Now the question is are we going to be seeing on the 28th of January? This is the question. On the 28th of January, imagine the scene. You sat there, number 30 and stuff like that, right? All of a sudden, boom. No chance, that's what you got. Up against so much. Playing away, yeah. So do we hear that, and do we see that with the news that he wants to come back into the company? That is the question. I can't hear you. Is your sound gone? Technical issues, guys. Be right back.
Now, can you hear me now?
I can do. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I still hear Vince's music though.
Okay, weird. Okay, let me play the entrance again. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Technical issues. Bear with.
Yeah,
Is that better?
I don't hear the music anymore. My mic is not on mute.
Yeah, so there we go. So we're done. Yeah, it was the music then. There. So yeah, so
I was like, he's trying to talk to me. I'm like, I still hear Vince's music playing in my ears.
So that's the question then. So after the news broke on Monday that Vince wants to come back to the company, do you think he shows up in the Rumble?
No, absolutely not. I don't think he shows up in the company at all.
Well, talking about that, there's going to be two options if he does show up. He's either going to show up at Raw 30, which is obviously in January, because that's the whole thing stuff for it.
I'll go into my opinion of what they do.
Yeah. Or the other one is does he show up for Hall of Fame, because he's meant to be the headline for Hall of Fame. So that's the thing.
I think he shows up on when is Raw 30 again?
Raw 30. It's the Raw before the Royal Rumble. It's literally the Raw. It's literally the go home show to the Rumble.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay. I think he shows up on Raw 30 and they announce he's going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that could work actually. Yeah, it could be that way.
That's if he's going in. That would be the ideal time to announce it.
Yeah.
But he's going to be the headliner?
Yeah, because obviously they've turned around and said, well, that's what I last heard anyway, and that's what was widely reported around ages ago, was he was going to be the headliner for it. Well, it's either going to be this year or next year. It's basically going to be Vince. It's going to be one of the 2 years. So it's either this year or next year, and he's going to headline it. Basically.
Yeah, because what happened with Batista?
Well, that's the thing, is obviously they might do like what they done last time, where they've done a double headliner. So they might end up doing like Batista and Vince, say, this year, or or whichever one they don't do this year, they'll do the next year for it.
Yeah, I mean Batista in Hollywood makes sense.
Yeah.
Vince can go in Philly. There's really nothing wrong with that one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, there's obviously that one. He's either going to go in this year or next year. Obviously, the rumors are at the moment is they're still deciding who to induct him in. They were going to do, like where you normally only have like one person inducting him in.
Yeah.
It was going to either be Stephanie and Triple H and that, or Shane, basically. Or
what about Stone Cold?
I don't know. They were saying about Stone Cold, but then they want a McMahon to induct a McMahon, because they're saying literally like the next. What they're saying is obviously Triple H and Stephanie have took over the company now.
Oh, it's like the passing of the. Okay.
Yes. So it's like, so them basically introducing on, saying like, a McMahon, introducing in a McMahon. They can have obviously Stone Cold come up and stuff and do some bits and pieces up there, and, maybe give him a stunner or something. But
we saw the last time how that went.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, they do have to. Vince does have to avenge himself for that one.
Yeah. So unless Vince done as Stone Cold or whatever, but you never know. You never know what happens. But
no, just a quick sidebar since you mentioned him getting stunned. Do you know how hilarious that was?
Yeah,
in person, seeing that Vince going backwards and Stone Cold has to pick him up just to stun him.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies in the crowd were like, "Oh no, Vince, what are you doing?"
Oh God.
It was like, "Uh-oh." Yeah, I mean, he was bound to go into the Hall of Fame eventually. If I had to give my guess, I'm gonna say Batista next year as the headliner. And then Vince for Mania 40 because it's like the 40th show. It's like a big show.
It all depends as well because obviously if they do a joint headliner, don't forget where they're in Hollywood. They could also do Dwayne next year as well. They could also do Dwayne in April for this year. Batista,
if The Rock's, but would they do that though?
Don't know. 2 big names that'll get the crowd in because don't forget it's after SmackDown, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean I'll be there, but I mean they would have to almost like not induct a lot of people, you know?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But you have Rock and Batista, it's like, well, who else is going to get in?
Yeah, well, they've done one before, haven't they? Because they've done NWO and DX one year, it was. Was it NWO and DX?
DX was 2019 because I was there.
All right.
NWO was 2021 because they combined the 2 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, they have done it before, so it is possible, but it's a little bit obviously like what you said.
I mean, they were different years, so
yeah. So, I mean, so it is kind of possible, but yeah, I mean, they could obviously at the minute it's still early days. Nobody's been fully decided from it, but I reckon if this is going to show up, he's going to show up at either Raw 30 or the Hall of Fame for that one.
Who went in last year? Obviously Taker.
I can't remember.
They put in Shad Gaspard.
Yeah.
They put in Vader.
Yeah.
And who's the fourth one? Oh, I'm blanking. Was there 4 or 5?
I can't remember. There's a fair few.
You can't remember?
This is gone completely off script, so this is why we're not prepared. Yeah. We've had ready.
We know Taker went in. Gaspard won the Warrior Award. Yeah. Vader just went in regularly. The Undertaker, Vader. Oh, Sharmell.
That was it.
Oh, the Steiners.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, because
and Shad. Yeah.
Because that was it. Yeah, because they enjoyed headlining one day, the Steiners.
Yeah, there were five acts.
Yeah.
5 inductees. There's 6 inductees technically, but yeah, I remember seeing Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker was like, "And I'm about to make the worst mistake of my career by handing the microphone to my uncle."
Yep. Big time.
Yeah. So I mean, I would love to see Vince get in live. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be what. Yeah.
I also want to see Batista because for those of you that don't know, and I don't even know if Xero knows this, Batista is my favorite of all time.
No, you never told me that one.
He is because he was the first guy I saw on wrestling.
Okay, fair enough.
First ever guy I saw. He saved the Big Show from JBL and the Cabinet.
Okay.
And then he won WrestleMania 21 was the first show I ever watched fully.
Yeah. Okay.
And he beat Triple H. So like I got to see his last match live, and it would be cool to see him get into the Hall of Fame live.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for that.
Yeah.
Will his schedule allow it? I don't know because he's doing a lot.
As well, doesn't it? Yeah.
He's doing a lot of movies right now, and good for him. Yeah. I mean, hey, because he was supposed to get in 2020.
Yeah, and it was cancelled because of a film, wasn't it, or whatever?
No, well, the pandemic.
Or was it COVID? Oh yeah, pandemic. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
He was supposed to go in Tampa, and then it was him and NWO.
Yeah.
That were announced, and then the pandemic happened, and they asked him if he wanted to go in last year, or I'm sorry, 2021. Yeah, last year. But he didn't want to do it in front of nobody, so it was like, all right, we'll just wait it out, you know? But that's what I'm saying. Hollywood would be the perfect spot for him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's if he can't do it, you know?
Obviously, if he's busy and stuff. Yeah, but, I mean, time will tell. We'll be getting the information down probably about January, February time, I reckon, for Hall of Famers.
I remember one year they announced the Hall of Fame in December. That was 2019. Because
Yeah,
it was the first time they did it really early.
yeah. Well,
And I remember getting the alert about the NWO, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then the alert came in for Batista. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, no, I think they're probably going to do it around January time, around the Rumble time. Maybe even on Raw 30. You never know.
Yeah.
They've got to do
I
something.
wouldn't be shocked.
If they do it through that way, and they start announcing, like what you said, even if they announce Vince on say that one, if Vince is going in next year, they announce him then, and that's the very first one they announce. Could be that, couldn't it? Really, just that. But yeah, so that's obviously the Vince McMahon news. No, he's not coming back for anyone asking. And I mean, there is options for him to come back, and there is legal ways, but he won't come back. He won't be back in the company. They won't allow him. He'll lose a lot of money, and the company will lose a lot of money in that if he comes back in and stuff like that. So no, he won't be back at all. Basically,
I gotta watch his documentary that came on last night.
Apparently, it's the same as that Dark Side of the Ring, Dark Side of the Ring stuff.
Oh well, yeah, it's the same creators, so I expected nothing less.
Apparently, it's just a remix of it. Everyone's literally saying it's exactly the same content, and that.
Well, I mean, it's the same guys, so why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. That's all people were saying. Was that one? I didn't even see the Dark Side of the Ring one, so I don't know what it's like. So
you've never seen Dark Side of the Ring?
We don't get it here. You don't
have Hulu?
No, we don't have Hulu here.
Oh, you gotta find it. Wait, it might be on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at it one time. But yeah, no,
Dude, some of those episodes are insane. And here's the thing about Dark Side of the Ring. I've watched a couple episodes where I've had no idea who the people were, but they fill you in so well, and it's like, oh,
okay.
Herb Abrams. I don't know if you remember that name.
Yeah. The new Tony Khan, the two Tony Khan inspires to be.
Yeah. I never heard of him before the show, but I watched it and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then they did the plane ride.
Yeah.
What other episode? Oh, they did Benoit, Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Okay, Benoit. I'm looking at it right now. Benoit's on there, part 1.
Yeah.
Owen Hart, full episode. Jimmy Snuka, full episode. Benoit, full documentary. The steroid trials are on there. No, some of the episodes are I would watch, because they don't like, and Jericho narrates the double life of Chris Canyon. I actually haven't seen that one. I think they did one on Jake the Snake a while back. That was season 3. They did one on Warrior, Macho Man. Oh, Bruiser Brody. Brody was a wild one, because that was another one I didn't really know, but like, holy moly. But yeah, that was, we got distracted. But yeah, if you can, just watch a couple of them. Like like Benoit and Owen Hart, the big ones.
Yeah, probably that. Yeah,
some of those stories are nuts.
Yeah, after I've looked, I didn't want to do it that way, but yeah. So no, apparently people are saying it's roughly just a remix of Dark Side of the Ring, but that's fine. Obviously, anyone who hasn't seen it yet.
I mean, I don't know how you couldn't see that coming, because they're gonna make all wrestling shows the same way now that Dark Side of the Ring was a success.
Yeah, basically. So.
Why would they change it up?
Yeah, but no, that was that one. So that's that one then. So we'll just clarify again. Vince is not coming back, for anyone out there who's actually still believing that he is. He won't be coming back. The only time you might see him is maybe the odd occasion, like I said, either Raw 30 or Hall of Fame. At some point.
I'm completely okay with him coming to the special shows. No problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you want to have him appear, have Stone Cold stunner him, or do whatever, no issues there. Just stay away from the backstage stuff, dude. You're 77.
Even as I think somebody said, it could have even been you or one of the other ones in our little chat that we have going on, is you have him show up in the Rumble and have all the talent who he released basically beat him up.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Imagine it's like backstage, like The Rock's there. He's about to be number 30. Vince puts his hand on his chest like, I got this one, buddy. Yeah. You go home. And it's like, no. My nightmare. Yeah.
Then he comes on out, and then all the released talent's still in the ring. And basically everyone who he released basically just beats the living shit out of him. That'll do. That'd be.
I mean, that would be funny, but he would never do that.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be.
He would never go for that.
No, but I mean, that could be quite comical. I can't even remember who said that one, but whoever it was, I'm sorry.
That would be funny. That would be very, very funny.
Yeah, that would be. So, but no, yeah. So that's obviously that one. I just wanted to do a few things. I don't know. Did you watch SmackDown or anything this week?
SmackDown. What happened? Roman's back next week. I know that.
Yeah. Well, two big, obviously, two of the big things that happened from this Friday that happened gone. So, first of all, I might as well cover this. Obviously, we had Kurt Angle's birthday celebration.
I did see that. I blanked on what happened on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I did see Angle and Stevenson. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was about all I saw, though.
Yeah. During that as well, during his birthday celebration, Kurt Angle actually reunited with his son. Obviously,
I did see that, yeah. I saw all the Angle segments, yeah.
Jason Jordan. And then, of course, he came out in that. Well, and then, of course, he had that milk truck and soaked everyone through at the end. And quite a funny story in that from that one is Kurt Angle's wife actually turned around and said she can still smell milk. She can still smell milk on him, like a couple of days later from that one. Something else as well that people picked up on, which I never actually noticed originally, was obviously there's these whole teasers for who's John Cena going to face at Mania for it. Now, when they done his promo advertising that he's going to be there on the 30th of December, somebody was paying very close attention to that promo. Now,
no.
Yeah. Now, if you notice, he was looking at it. Now he is in the running for it. Now it's either going to be Logan Paul or LA Knight.
I'll take Logan Paul.
Hearing, that's what it is. But no, it's quite interesting that he was obviously staring at the staring at the promo and that and watching it. Like, are they setting something up in that for it?
Wait. Cena posted that to his Instagram.
You what?
Cena posted that to his Instagram. You're saying?
No. They advertised on Friday. They put it up saying that Cena returns on the 30th of December.
Yeah.
It was up on the Tron. And
okay, I get what you're saying now. And LA Knight was looking at
Yeah, he was like really deeply intensely like when you're paying attention to something quite far and that, it's like that. So yeah, so that's
okay.
So yeah.
I might get ripped for this one, but I'm not a big LA Knight guy.
Oh,
I don't see the appeal. I'd rather if Cena versus Logan happened, that'd be great. But I'm not a big LA Knight guy. I just don't like. He can talk. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good in the ring.
Yeah.
But I don't like. Somebody said ever since I've heard this, he's a poor man's Rock, and it's like, yeah, I can't unsee that now.
Okay. Yeah, but.
I mean, listen. Would Knight beat him? I don't think so.
Well, this is the thing. Knight is due for a big 2023. He is due for a massive 2023. So
maybe
that's the thing. It's like, will Cena put him over to That's the thing. Personally, I can see it.
Can I give my WrestleMania predictions? I was going over this the other day.
Yeah.
All right. So. Roman Rock, obviously.
Yeah.
Cody Seth, obviously.
Yeah.
Gunther Brock.
Yeah, that's been announced. I've got a graphic for that one. There we go.
Mysterio I'm sorry, I shouldn't say Mysterio versus Mysterio. Ray versus Dom.
Yeah.
Bianca Charlotte, Ronda Becky. I'm still saying Cena Paul. I really am.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And then. Unfortunately, Xero shot this one down for me, but I thought this match would be absolutely awesome. Drew McIntyre versus Edge.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree it would be awesome, but yeah, I mean, it seems it's going to be a mixed tag with them.
Okay. It's like, I understand you got to complete that story.
Yeah.
Do you really have to do that at WrestleMania?
Yeah. I mean,
can't you do that at the Eliminate? Isn't the Chamber in Canada?
Yes, I mean, so they might even do it then. I mean, obviously, if they do, then you just then have
Wait, where's the Chamber at? Is it
Chamber's in Canada? It's in Montreal because it's.
Okay, he's from Toronto, but still Canada.
Yeah, so
I don't know. I just think I get listen, it's no secret. It's no secret. Edge is on his way out.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. He got to write his story, and that's incredible. But like, I get why he wanted to team with his wife the first time with Miz and Maurice.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, but you don't have to do it again. I might be sounding like a buzzkill, honestly, but I just don't think you have to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would rather see him versus Drew. I would rather see him versus Edge versus Owens.
Yeah.
Like, come on, there's so Edge. He's done this year.
SummerSlam. Yeah, it's going to be SummerSlam, and that'll be his retirement match because I think that's in Canada again as well. No, it's not. No,
Detroit. Close enough.
Detroit, yeah.
But that's the thing. He said he wanted to go out in front of the Toronto crowd. So is he going out on a Raw? Like,
no, it'd definitely be SummerSlam. So I don't know.
They said the front runner for SummerSlam is Detroit.
Yeah, so I don't know then. Unless then he isn't going out then on a Raw then or something then, or unless he's having his last match at SummerSlam, then he'll come out and say maybe they've got a Toronto one a couple of weeks later or something, and he's just going to make an appearance and literally just do what Taker did, where he just shows up and just says bye, basically.
I mean, Detroit is kind of like they're up there, so they could just shoot to Canada the next night, or 2 days later. Yeah,
well, they probably will do if they're there, I guess. So
we don't have a date for SummerSlam, right?
No, not yet. It's probably going to be July, August time again. I would have thought probably the same as this year, which would be late July.
Saturday, right? They're going to do it again.
Yeah, they're doing it on Saturday. Yeah. So yeah,
all like the like Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Those are all Saturday. Everything in the fall, I assume, is Saturday because they don't want to mess with football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, honestly.
Yeah, so
I really do like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's what Edge said. He wanted to go out in front of the Toronto crowd.
Yeah.
Does that mean he just wants to say goodbye, or does he want to have his last match there? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know that one fully, but no, that's
You would think it would be on a big pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah, you would think so.
Now, who would you have beat him in his last match?
Don't know.
I was thinking like Owens or Theory or maybe McIntyre. McIntyre. Well, a heel McIntyre. That would be great.
Yeah.
But one of those guys that could really use it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Obviously, we digressed anyway again, but that's fine. Just thinking about it, we've missed 2 other major news stories this week as well. Actually, just thinking about it. Yeah, Riddle suspension.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Riddle's been suspended.
Just a quick sidebar. I mentioned this last week. I had my draft on Saturday, and guess who took Matt Riddle? This guy.
Yeah.
Guess who also took Randy Orton? I did that on purpose. I know Randy Orton's injured, but still, it just like McIntyre's injured, Riddle's injured, and Orton's injured. So I'm like, Riddle, man.
So he's suspended anyway as well. Yeah.
He'll be back for the Rumble. They said on Raw 6 weeks.
Yeah.
They're still mentioning him, so that's a good sign for him at least.
Yeah.
And I mean 6 weeks is pretty much the Rumble, I would assume, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So it would be because it'll be it's 28th of January, isn't it? So it would be roughly about that. Yeah. The only other one as well is I've literally just seen come down now, whilst we're actually on the thingy, is Sasha update. Apparently Sean is posting round that he reckons that Tony Khan is the leading person to sign Sasha if she doesn't come back to WWE to a big money deal. Basically for it. So that's his bit of news, basically.
So wait. So let me confirm this. Sean Ross Sapp said that AEW is the leading person to sign Sasha Banks to a big money deal if WWE doesn't.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Same as what everyone else has been saying, basically.
Is
So
that not obvious? Who else
yeah,
would sign her to a big money deal?
yeah, and if she,
Impact?
yeah,
No.
we'll talk about that actually. She's raking in the money from New Japan. Apparently, she's been paid double what Chris Jericho was paid for her New Japan appearances.
Yeah,
So
I can't believe, quite
yeah.
frankly.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing is though, is everyone's saying about this now. You would have missed it earlier on because you were working / asleep. Basically, she was on Bailey's Instagram Live, and
Oh, okay.
they had Bailey obviously had a load of guests and stuff, and Sasha kept turning around and saying, "I'm fed up of all the news reports and that most of them are not true. What's being reported about me for it." And then they also had Roxanne Perez and Indy Hartwell on there. And Indy and Roxanne both turned around and said they want to wrestle Sasha. And they've invited Sasha to NXT. So that's the thing. It's like, would she be talking about that if it's but I mean, if she ends up in AEW, then Tony's obviously like got a major, he's just got rid of Punk and stuff, and he's basically now got the female version of Punk.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. But there's a certain somebody that doesn't want to listen to me. Not him either. It's not Xero.
Yeah. Well, I don't listen to you anyway, but yeah, I don't
what?
listen to you, but
You know what?
Yeah.
I spew knowledge. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want to hear it because I've been saying for months that The Rock was coming back, and you kept shooting me down and shooting me down and shooting me down. Admit it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I never stopped believing.
No.
And it's gonna happen. I just have that. I have that feeling.
Yeah, but no. Yeah.
But
So,
anyway.
yeah, but no. Anyway, we've digressed again. But no. But that's this could be a long show tonight. I reckon we're already 36 minutes in.
We're already at 37 minutes. Yeah. We've had technical difficulties. Lovely.
Yeah, but no. Yeah. So that's that's the latest bits of news thing. Yeah. So we might as well now skip on to thingy. So. You obviously didn't watch Raw this week. You only just seen the highlights, didn't you? So
yeah. Do you want to do Deadline first?
Actually, yeah, we might as well. Yeah, we'll do Deadline.
I mean, it goes. Yeah. Something major of note did happen on NXT, so we kind of got to explain.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
What happened at Deadline because it kind of goes hand in hand, you know.
Yes. Let's do Deadline. Then. You can tell this is completely unscripted. We don't care. We just go along as we go. So. Yeah, so Deadline.
I watched both Iron Survivor matches. Now, I don't know why I thought they were all starting in the ring at the same time.
A lot of people did, to be fair. A lot of people.
Yeah, I was watching it and I'm like, oh, okay. But really good matches. The women's match, I'll just give who won and how many falls they had. Everybody but Kiana James had at least a fall. Indy had one. Cora had one. I don't know who pinned who. Oh, wait. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry. Right. So the first fall was Zoe pinning Roxanne.
Yeah.
And then we had Cora pinning Kiana. Then we had Indy pinning Roxanne. Then we had Roxanne pinning Zoe. And then we had Roxanne pin Cora. So everybody got pinned, I believe, at least once. No, I'm sorry. Indy didn't get pinned. And then that was Roxanne pinned Cora with about 2 minutes left. And then that was that pretty much. Roxanne won the Iron Survivor.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, of course. We'll get to that in a bit. Then we had the men's, and wow, this is a lot. Jeez, there was a lot of pins. My goodness. I did not think there was that many. Okay. We had Carmelo Hayes pin Axiom. And then we had, which I'll give a shout out to this one. We had Grayson Waller pin Axiom and McDonough.
Yeah.
He came out, rolled into the ring, hit his finisher on both men, and pinned both of them. And I was like, wow, okay. Love Grayson Waller. Then Axiom pinned Waller. Then Axiom pinned JD McDonough.
Yeah.
Then Joe Gacy pinned Axiom. I'm sorry, Joe Gacy submitted Axiom.
Yeah.
Then Joe Gacy pinned Carmelo Hayes. Then Carmelo Hayes submitted Waller to make it 2-2, to give everybody 2 but McDonough. And then Carmelo Hayes hit with 30 seconds left. Carmelo Hayes hit Axiom with his leg drop. What's it called? I'm not sure the name of it.
I don't know.
It's something basketball related.
Yeah,
I know that. And Waller pulls Hayes out, sneaks the pin with 30 seconds left, and Waller just runs. He pulls McDonough out of the ring so he can't get pinned. And then he wins, and his celebration was a little weird. Did you see his celebration?
Yeah, it was a little bit, yeah. It was...
So that came out of nowhere. See, he just started drinking something, I assume, beer out of a shoe. And I'm like, I really hope that's his shoe at least. And it was. But yeah, both matches were very good. I enjoyed it. I like that it started 1-on-1 because it's less going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're going to be, all 5 of them are going to be in the ring at some time, but at least it's not for 25 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, fun show. And then we have other matches. Isla Dawn defeated Alba Fire. Now, I bet Alba Fire is kicking herself because she probably could have beat Mandy. But, you know, the New Day. The New Day defeated Pretty Deadly. He called it. He called it. I did not think they were going to do it.
Yeah.
He called it, so he won this pay-per-view. And then we had, obviously, Braun Breaker versus Braun Breaker retained against Apollo Crews. I did not watch that match.
Did you know?
Probably will. Okay. No. And then, did I miss a match? No, there was only 5 matches. They had 2 pre-show matches, but they don't have times listed, so I assume they didn't air. Ivy Nile defeated Lash Legend.
Yeah.
And then Chase University, Duke Hudson and Andre Chase defeated Javier Barnell and Zion Quinn. Now, again, there was no times listed for those matches. No. So I just assumed they didn't. I assumed they were just for the crowd.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't see any of that anywhere. And, that is NXT Deadline 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was
to Raw.
Back to Raw. Okay, then, right. I've lost my page now. Okay, yeah. Right, well, anyway, before Raw, anyway, I don't know whether you've seen this, but we had a, newbie in. It was Kaylee Ray. She's obviously appeared on
Kylie
Ray. Okay, yeah. Well, she's appeared on. She's appeared on NXT. She's not NXT. She's appeared on AEW and Impact. She's got a new name. This is the entrance thing from it. She's now Brianna Ray.
Isn't that her real name, or like close to it?
I think so. Yeah, but that's her new. Yeah, so that's her new name. She's not. I don't think she's officially signed. I think she's literally just doing a couple of main event tapings for the moment. For it, not obviously sure. She may have signed. She may not have. That's the thing there. So that was before Raw. Now, obviously, going into Raw, we opened up with Damage Control came out. They came out to the ring because it was then to set up the match of Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Beforehand, Becky shows up and takes out Sky and Dakota Kai. So it is literally 1-on-1 between them. It was actually all right match. It wasn't obviously the best. It was the best one that you could get between Bianca and Alexa, really. And not Bianca and Alexa, Bayley and Alexa.
Yeah.
She did it that way. Bliss basically won it. It was a 13-minute match, roughly. That's what timings are down on here. It's about 13 minutes long the match was. So Bliss is now number 1 contender, and she's going to face Bianca. Now,
do you know when that's coming?
From what I've been told, is that will be on the New Year's Raw. So that'll be the 2nd of January. Okay. That will be. Now, quite interestingly, after the match, Alexa, she was celebrating in the ring. Bianca comes out, and Alexa puts Bianca into the Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail. puts her into it, but then instantly takes her out of it. And then all you've then got is you've then got Bliss just saying, I'm sorry, basically. So you had that. So that's the twist back to the whole Bray thing there. It was then just a recap of the Kurt Angle celebration. They showed Gable and Otis arriving as well, which then set up a match between, it was AJ Styles it was only Luke Gallows and Mia Yim, because Carl Anderson was actually in Japan because he's been.
Yeah, I heard that.
Versus Chad Gable with Otis. It ended up, it was a quick match, only about 10 minutes or so. AJ Styles pinned Gable in the end, so that was that was nice, easy match. That one was. Uzi and that was then celebrated in the ring at the end. Judgment Day come out for their match after a bit of a break. You have a segment backstage as well where you've got Dexter Lumis, Candice LeRae, and Johnny Gargano basically, and they're working out what to do with Dexter's money that he obviously got from the Miz.
The stolen money. Oh, okay, from the Miz. I thought you meant from the poker side of it.
That one. They were trying to work that one out. Just before the next match, you then had the Street Profits and Akira Tozawa. They teamed up together. Quite a controversial thing as well. Angelo Dawkins called Tozawa his
yeah, I heard this.
That one, yeah. And then so then it came down and they were then, so it was then the Street Profits with Akira Tozawa versus the Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley at ringside. That one, another one. Dominic actually pinned Akira Tozawa for the pinfall win. So obviously, it's a Judgment Day won that one. Pretty average match, stuff like that, really. We then had a bit of a segment backstage where you've got, they're advertising SmackDown. It's Roman Reigns is back. He wants to speak to Sammy and stuff like that. Something's going to go down on Friday involving Sammy and Roman for that one.
The bloodline, baby.
As well. Next, then you then have Gargano along with Dexter Lumis. Now, they're showed at the merchandise stand at the back. They purchase all the WWE merchandise from the merchandise stand. Yeah, and then go out to ringside and start giving people merch, so t-shirts, whatever else it is. Miz comes out and tries to steal all the money back and tries to run away with it. Adam Pearce comes out and stops him, and they then decide for next week it is a match for Double or Nothing. So yeah, Double or Nothing basically. What it is the money that Loomis has.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not actually at Double or Nothing.
I was so confused. I'm like, what show? I'm like, I thought we were reviewing Raw.
It's a Double or Nothing ladder match next Monday. It is.
Oh, it's a ladder match. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a ladder match. What they're doing is Loomis is putting up all of his money, and Miz has to find the extra money to basically match what the amount that Dexter's putting up. Now, he said, I'm going to try and find the money. We reckon this is where Cameron Grimes is coming on in, because he's meant to be coming up to the main roster as well. So,
it's kind of funny they're doing that, because it's like, Miz.
Yeah.
If you don't have the money, you're on a TV show on USA Network.
Yeah.
You're on 2 TV shows on USA Network, and you don't have 30 grand or whatever it is.
What the thing was that this is how they said this one is Miz does have the money, but Maurice is controlling it. Basically, Maurice.
Okay. So so it's not like they're just like hiding the obvious. Okay.
Yeah. Well, what Miz is saying is basically Maurice gives him an allowance.
Okay. All right. That's funny. Okay.
So he's either going to try and beg Maurice for it, or you've got so you've either got beg Maurice for it or whatever, basically, for next week, or Q Cameron Grimes. You then obviously just had this little bit at the end there where they were just obviously just talking and stuff like that, and just had the Miz just wrapped up in that, basically, just dressed up in that. Oh yeah, and then backstage as well, it was then agreed that Miz had to hand out the rest of the WWE merch dressed up as a Christmas elf. So spent the rest of the show giving out merch to the
that checks out.
Yeah, dressed up as an elf.
Now, sorry to interrupt, but next week's Raw is live, right?
I believe so. Yeah, and then they're taping the one afterwards.
Yeah, and then that's the last one. That's the last one for the year.
Yeah, that will be
Cool.
We've then got the next match then, which we had come out was Candice LeRae versus Io Sky, with Bayley and Dakota Kai at ringside. Bayley tried to go on commentary, but the headset wasn't working, so she just ended up throwing a temper tantrum on commentary and throwing the headset down.
That sounds about right. That checks out.
Yeah, Bayley left the commentary in the end. After that, it was only a quick match again. Sky hit the over the moon. Sky hit the over the moon off the top for the pinfall. That's difficult to say that one was.
That's a tongue twister.
So Io Sky won that one. Again, pretty easy match. They then go on now to next week. They now move on to Friday night now, where Damage Control are defending their belts against it's Liv Morgan and Tegan Nox. They're defending the belts against.
That's a team now?
Yeah, that's a team now. Yeah.
Alrighty. As you can tell, I'm on my brief hiatus. I'll be back on December 30th.
Yeah. They then showed a quick segment backstage where they showed what happened where from last week's Raw, where Solo Sikoa beat up Elias backstage. They then mentioned about Riddle's failed drug test as well. Now, that was quite...
they mentioned he failed the drug test?
Sort of.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. It was done in a comical way. How they done was they had Elias come out, and Elias did a concert as it was, and he rolled the lyrics up into a
Okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, about how Riddle and that sort of like disappearing, and how Riddle's disappeared, and how he's off due to medicinal reasons and stuff like that. Basically,
medical.
Yeah.
Oh, it's medical, all right.
Yeah. Kevin Owens was out as well, because he actually came out and he was sort of like he came out and had a little segment with Elias again, referred back to him as Ezekiel, and kept on going on that one again.
I actually heard on the podcast I listened to, I heard the audio of Owens and Elias.
Yeah.
And Owens was just losing his mind.
Yeah.
That was funny. Owens is great.
Yeah. So it was so he pulled it out. And the song was called Elias, You're My Bro. That was the song that it was called, and apparently it was ripped by Riddle. So it was Elias before. It was ripped by Riddle. Yeah. So that's how it was. And then that moved on then to the next match, which was Elias versus Solo Sikoa. After Sikoa came out and interrupted Elias, as per normal for that one. You literally had that. As you can guess, Solo Sikoa came out. He beat Elias after about 8 minutes. It was only a quick match. Put him into the spinner solo slam, pinfall victory after that. After that as well, then you had Solo Sikoa was attacking Elias, and obviously the rest of the bloodline was there as well, so they were attacking as well. Kevin Owens' music hits. Kevin comes out, he hits Solo with a stunner while Sami Zayn ran away from him, as he does, because he didn't obviously want to get involved with that one. Went over to go and apparently pull Zayn back up, and he actually hit Elias with a stunner as well. So Kevin Owens hit Elias with a stunner as well from that one. That was basically that one there. We then moved on to they already cut out pictures out the back of the Miz dressed up as an elf. That's what we discussed earlier on, handling the presents. And then we moved on to the main event, which was Rhea Ripley versus Asuka for that one. Now, Asuka came out, she's teasing a new gimmick. She came out full, no makeup on or anything like that. So she's, clean face. She's meant to be going to Kana, I think it's called. I think that's her new gimmick. Kana.
Kana.
Yeah, she's again, that was a quick victory. That one was. Rhea won that one by hitting the Riptide for the pinfall after about 12 minutes. That was Dominic freaked out post match. What you've then had then was Sheaf, Oscar spit that mist into Dominic's face to add all that, but instead of green mist this time it was blue mist for that one.
Okay.
Dominic saying bits and pieces backstage. Now a little bit with Ziggler. He was backstage basically. He was just saying he was a cocky heel when he was with the mid-card title. He was talking about Theory basically, how he's a veteran role, and then it then showed a video package just showing Bobby Lashley. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't the main event. The main event was Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins for the number one contendership for the US title. So they showed a video package just highlighting Bobby Lashley basically as he was getting prepared. Then obviously announced that next week is Dexter Lumis versus The Miz in that winner take all money match in that ladder match. And again, I moved on then to the main event, which was Lashley versus Seth Rollins. Again, it was a 13-minute match. It was Rollins actually won that match by hitting the pedigree on Lashley. So now Rollins is now the number one contender for the US Championship, so he'll be facing Theory again at some point down the line, probably again on either the Raw New Year's shows or unless.
I doubt the United States title is defended at the Rumble. That would be
so it will probably be the Raw New Year's show, which is what we've actually heard that ourselves there anyway. At the end, though, obviously because Lashley lost. Lashley was going round. He was hitting everybody. He was taking out, he was basically taking out referees. He was taking out anyone who came down to try and stop him causing issues and doing whatever he was doing. He went over and he shoved Pierce as well. When Adam Pierce got in Lashley's face and screamed, "You're fired," Vince McMahon style. But it's now been after revealed that that they didn't say it into a microphone, so therefore a lot of the crowd didn't hear it. So Lashley is not actually fired. That's the controversy behind it. It wasn't heard by the crowd, so therefore Lashley's not fired. So Adam Pearce has now basically revoked the firing, and Bobby Lashley will now be on Monday Night Raw. It's been advertised as, so that's.
Can't wait for Lashley versus Pierce at the Rumble.
Yeah, probably that. You never know. Well, no, actually, it's going to be Lashley versus Lesnar, isn't it? For that one at the Rumble.
Oh yeah, probably. Oh well, yeah. Brock will probably be back in the new year.
Yeah, probably the New Year's show again. They're going to put such a lot on there. Well, anyway, yeah. So now that was Raw covered then. So did you want to do NXT?
Yeah, we'll breeze through it. I know my man. It started off with Roxanne Perez, and she's about to talk. She thanks fans, and we see a Hummer pull up in the parking lot, honking the horn, and of course, it's Grayson Waller, my man. Waller enters the arena and says a real superstar is here now. I'll have to find his tweet that he put out earlier today because I started cracking up. Actually, wow, I just realized the tweet he put out involved Mandy Rose, so that's interesting timing. This was before everything, so. Waller enters the arena. He says, "A real superstar is here now." The fans boo him because, of course. Perez says Waller wasn't the only Iron Survivor winner because she did it from the number one spot. Waller calls Perez Booker T's favorite wrestler and says she's growing up so fast. It's adorable. But I love this line. But she went first because she had to get home on time for bed.
Okay.
I believe Roxanne's only like 20 years old. Maybe 21. Yeah. She's extremely young, regardless.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then Waller talks some trash and says there's no way Perez will beat NXT. Hint, hint. The music interrupts, and out comes NXT champion Braun Breaker. Says Waller is wrong. Perez is the Iron Woman of NXT. Breaker's in the ring with Perez now. Waller's still in the crowd. Breaker says we don't give a what Waller thinks because Perez is the next NXT Women's Champion. Fans chant for Perez. Waller says wrong, then asks Breaker how his jaw is feeling due to the post-match attack at Deadline. Waller goes on bragging about his Deadline performance and says he will take the title from Breaker at New Year's Evil. Hint, I don't think that's going to happen. But Breaker chases Waller into the crowd, but he trips, because of course he does. Then Breaker keeps chasing Waller, then Unmentionable appears behind Perez. I'm just kidding. Mandy Rose appears behind... yeah, Unmentionable. Mandy Rose appears behind Perez and beats her up. Rose says Perez will never be champion. Rose raises the title in the air as she stands over Perez with the music playing. We'll come back to that. Next, we see JD McDonough backstage talking to the trader. JD learns he's cleared, and he knows all about the injuries. Julius Creed and Brutus Creed are also in the trainer's room. JD pokes at him for recent injuries. Julius says he's been good to go, but JD did that stupid little thing to his knee, and now the trainers won't leave him alone. Brutus said since JD tried to hurt his brother, he will hurt him tonight. They have some words until the camera cuts to the back. Back to Roxanne Perez. She's pulling herself up as Mandy's making her exit. Perez yells at Rose and asks if I said Perez, and I'm like, oh boy. Ask if she thinks she's the baddest in the game. Perez doesn't want to wait until New Year's Evil to get her title shot. She challenges Rose to a match tonight. Rose laughs and says, if that's what you want, you got it. And 24 hours later, we see why it happened. Not even 24 hours later. I'm going to get this going. We had Wesley versus Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Wesley won, of course. No shock there. After the match, Lee stands tall. Dijak's music interrupts, and out he comes. Dijak hits the apron as Lee looks on. Suddenly, Tony D drops Lee from behind as the fans boo. Tony spikes Lee into the mat. Fans are not having it. Tony tells Dijak he just did the job for him. Tony D and Stacks leave as Dijak, I can't talk, stares down Wesley. Andre Chase and Thea Hale are walking backstage when they see Duke Hudson shaking hands with Drew Gulak. Andre approaches Duke and asks him what he's doing, and if Duke is in the Chase U transfer portal. Now, do you know what a transfer portal is?
No idea. No.
Okay, so in American college football, transfer portal is when you are trying to leave your current school to go to another one.
Yeah.
And you enter what is called the transfer portal. So that's just a hilarious, I that's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing. Chase admits he was wrong last week and Duke was right. Duke wants to make sure he heard this right. Andre tells Hale he loves her passion, but she was not ready for Isla Dawn last week. I could have told you that. Hale, she really tried. Thanks, Dukes, for caring. That's pretty much it. Next, we have Gigi Dolan versus JC Jane. Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. As it left my mouth, I said, what are you doing? Gigi Dolan and JC Jane versus Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley. Okay. It's a no contest because we are setting up towards next week's episode, which is being taped tonight. It's a triple threat for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Kaden and Katana versus Gigi and JC versus Tatum and Ivy. So, we're heading in blind just as anybody. Do you think they're going to change the titles or?
Well, I don't think Toxic will get it because they're meant to be coming up. So I don't think Toxic.
Yeah. Toxic's in limbo right now. I thought maybe they'd give it to Paxley and Nile, but I'm really not sure.
doing, really? I don't really know. They might do.
No, Gigi and JC aren't getting it. That's for sure.
So no.
Yeah. Next we have backstage. Pretty much, Trick Williams says Hayes missed his shot at the Iron Survivor Challenge. Hayes says he didn't miss. He just didn't win. Now they protected Carmelo. Yeah. Yeah. It's like saying you didn't win. You just didn't succeed. Now I still believe Braun versus Carmelo is coming down the line. And that'd be a great match. Stand and Deliver would be cool. Next we have Von. What?
That probably is when it's going to be. Probably Stand and Deliver.
That's the biggest match they could put on at this point.
Yeah.
Next we have Von Wagner versus Odyssey Jones, and Odyssey Jones beats him. Von Wagner's just taking L after L after L after banger after banger after banger. Sorry, I had to do it. Yeah, sorry. L after L. I had to do it. I'm sorry. Next we have Eichmann Xero versus Javier Bernal. Eichmann Xero wins. Next we have New Day are walking backstage. We hear from Wendy Chu, our famous no filter friend. She's disappointed she didn't qualify for the Iron Survivor, but she's glad Cora Jade did not win. So that feud is going to continue. We see Roxanne Perez getting ready for the main event. Next, we have the New Day on NXT. It's their championship celebration because, like we said earlier, they won the belts. They get interrupted by Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly wants a rematch. New Day are all for it. All they have to do is sing the United States Pledge of Allegiance, which Pretty Deadly won't do.
Yeah.
Communists.
Why would they?
Yeah, I went off in our group chat when that happened. I started chanting. Well, I won't say exactly what I said about them, but I started chanting USA, USA. And then Briggs and Jensen come out with an American flag, because of course, and they recite the Pledge of Allegiance. It's simple. That's all they had to do. And while we're on the topic of England and the USA, England did not bring the World Cup home. Spoiler.
Yeah, okay.
Spoiler.
It's all right. It's fine.
You didn't get much further than the USA there, buddy boy. Anyway, we have JD McDonough versus Brutus Creed. JD McDonough wins. Sangha and Veer are still doing that thing. Sangha grabbed the chair and tossed JD so JD can use it. I don't know what's going on there. I know it's setting up for the Creeds and Sangha and Veer, but like, when is that coming? Or is one of them injured and they keep delaying it?
Yeah, I actually put this out on Twitter the other day. Actually, they're delaying it because of Veer. Basically, he's got a slight hand injury to him.
From what?
But they're also as well. They don't want to risk Veer getting injured because they've got that show that they're doing over in India.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why. So even though it's meant to be SmackDown going over there, they're also having Veer and Sangha go over, just because of course there's Indians and stuff, and they're going to be like in a big match or whatever for it. So that they're resting Veer up because he's the injury. I was told it's a hand injury. He's done something to his hand. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he's got a hand injury, and they're resting him up, and they want him 100% for the Indian house show, event which they're doing. So, which makes sense. So it could probably be after that. They might obviously stretch out that long until after that, really, for it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Next, we have Mackenzie Mitchell with Zoe Stark. We talk about a TikTok from Nikita bashing Zoe. I don't know. That match is going to come eventually, I think. Next, we see Isla Dawn. She taunts pre-recorded promo from Isla Dawn. She taunts Alba Fire, and I guess that feud might continue. I don't know.
Likely, I would have thought, unless one of them comes up.
Next, we have Amari Miller versus Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyrie. Yeah, I think it is.
Wait, Lyra. That's okay. That's not how it's spelled. But okay.
It should be Lyra Valkyrie, I think. Yeah.
It's spelled with an A at the end, though. At least on this site.
Oh, I don't know then. I don't know.
Well, she wins. Quick match. It's her debut. Next we have Duke Hudson versus Damian Kemp. Duke Hudson wins because Chase U is kind of getting a push. Chase U stands tall, as they should, with the music hitting. Next we see Mandy Rose backstage. Sorry. Next we have the NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez versus Mandy Rose. Good, decent, long match. Rose hit the kiss to the rose, her finisher, the knee to the face. I can't remember. A kiss to the rose, yeah, whatever. And Roxanne kicked out. Then Roxanne at the end hit Pop Rocks to become the new NXT Women's Champion. Now that is well deserving. It ended Mandy Rose's reign at 413 days, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
She fell just short of being second on the list. And after today's news, we know why the title change happened, because she was getting released.
She's gone.
She's gone now. NXT goes off the air with Booker T laughing and cheering his former student. Cool moment. But new NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez. Well deserving. Yeah. I knew once she won the Iron Survivor, it had to be her, because they were running out of people, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Good for her. And that's the last live NXT of the year. Yeah,
that is, yeah, because now the rest of them are now recorded. They go back live on the 2nd. Yeah, that's the Tuesday.
Third.
Is it third? Yeah, because the Raw's the 2nd. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got 2 taped episodes coming up. So I mean, I can't imagine any. Maybe besides the women's tag titles changing hands, I can't imagine anything of note's going to take place.
Oh, there is one match that I put out, which I will mention again on here, just in case anyone missed a tweet. There's a mixed tag match coming up. Now, it's being recorded, I think it's for next week.
Both episodes are being recorded tonight, I believe.
Yeah. Now, this match is actually what was meant to be the planned main event for last night until the whole Mandy Rose situation came up and it got changed. Okay. The actual main event was actually meant to be a mixed tag match. Now, this might sound a little bit strange from it, but it's Bron Breakker and Roxanne.
Okay.
Versus Waller and Cora Jade. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be both champs. It was gonna be only one champ last night.
Yes, okay. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, and of course, and that's then heels versus faces, because obviously, if you think about it, Roxanne and Bron are the faces, Waller and Cora and that. So, I believe what I was told earlier on is that one's being filmed for that'll be next week's main event. I think that's now going to be next week's main event. So they basically just swapped well, they've not really done a swap originally, but they basically moved from last night. So they've moved from last night to next week. It should be for that one. Okay. But it'll either be next week or the week after. But it's definitely being filmed tonight. That will be one of the main events for the show. So that's going to be quite interesting.
I mean, they could easily make that a main event, and then the women's triple threat the other main event. I mean, that's an easy.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. Yeah. So that's So I thought that was quite a little interesting matchup that's going on there. So yeah, I don't know if people missed my tweet earlier on. That's that one.
I did not see that actually. I don't know what happened there. So that's a cool matchup though.
Yeah, that one is. Yeah, like I said, heels versus faces makes sense.
I usually catch your tweets, so something must have happened.
Yeah.
When did you tweet it?
You were at work, I think. Yeah, you were at work, so you might have missed it.
Maybe I was sleeping. No, that wouldn't make sense.
No, I don't know. It was massive. It was earlier on. Hang on, let me try and see if I can find it on there. If I can actually load it up. Let's have a look. Where was it?
You should look at Grayson Waller's tweet while you're up there.
I will do actually. Just have a quick look. I've got to go through all my posts today now because there's been loads of them. Absolutely loads of them today.
I would try and get on Twitter, but I don't have access on my iPad. So
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna try and have a look now. When was it? I posted it earlier on today. It was 10 hours ago.
So 12 to 6. Oh, you posted it like, wait, 12 hours ago, or something, sorry, 10 hours ago, my time?
Well, it just says 10 hours ago, so I'm guessing it was probably your.
So 10 hours ago for me was about 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. Yeah, I guess I just missed it.
Yeah. What's Grayson Waller's thingy? What's his at? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, I assume if you just type in Grayson Waller, it will come up.
Probably. I'll have a look. One of WWE. Great. It's Grayson WWE. What tweet am I looking for? What was it? It was to do with.
It mentions Mandy and Roxanne and him beating Braun.
Let me have a look and see. To step down. Oh, the step down from Mandy to Roxanne. So the step down from Mandy to Roxanne as champion is insane. Guess it's time for me to save the brand.
Yeah, now thinking back on that, it's like, wow, I can't believe he tweeted that. And obviously, he didn't know. Obviously,
No, he also didn't know. No.
You can't expect that because nobody saw this coming. But it was so funny. I was like, oh wow, and now it's even funnier because of what happened.
Yeah. Because he's he's that'll be coming up soon. And I think that'll probably be when's the next one? Yeah, it'll be on that.
Oh, Waller versus
that'll be New Year's Eve.
Yeah, Waller versus Breaker is New Year's Evil. That's confirmed.
Yeah, that'll be
sure.
Yes, that's cool. That's obviously that. People have noticed as well, and I'll bring this one out as well. Is you've got they've updated the NXT banner already on the website. They've already took Mandy Rose off of it and put on Roxanne Perez. So yeah, that's been updated in the last couple hours basically.
Let me go look. Wow.
Yeah, so I managed to get it off the site earlier on, and it's they've already updated it.
Holy moly!
The old one where Roxanne was, Mandy was there. So yeah, and they've already updated it.
That's nuts. They move quick when they want to.
They do. Yeah.
Wow.
I do believe as well that she might be removed off the site as well. That she might be put into Illuminati.
Okay. She's still on the ticket sales for Vengeance Day.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of work though, wouldn't it, to be able to change all that around, I reckon.
Yeah, but Roxanne's also there, so really no harm there.
So anyway, I've got the poster up. So there's the poster for Vengeance Day, just advertising it. Saturday, February 4th.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. Yeah. It's crazy. Wow. Okay, wait. So on my end, she's still there.
Oh, is she? Oh.
I don't know if this is going to come through at all, but
okay, so they haven't updated that one then. So I can't remember where I pulled it off from earlier.
Yeah, you could see it for sure. She's still there.
Yeah, I got it. I just went onto the website earlier on, so it was on there. It might have changed again, and so they might have obviously took it off and sort of done it through. I was took it through there, but
maybe they just haven't done the site. Wait, you said you got it from the site?
Yeah, I'm sure I got it from there. I'm trying to remember where I got it from.
Or were you on the app? Maybe
I might have been. Yeah, because I've just literally gone onto the site and it's gone on there. I can't remember where I got it from now. I got it from somewhere. I definitely got it from earlier on. Yeah. That was a good couple of hours ago. I pulled that one though, so that was so that was done. But yeah, no, it's been replaced on certain areas.
But they won't even mention her by name. No,
they won't. No.
It just says Roxanne has realizes NXT Women's Title dreams.
Yeah.
Roxanne captures NXT Championship gold. Wow. Yeah.
They're getting ready to remove her fully. So yeah.
Actually, wait. You know what? Here, just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna check the roster.
Yeah. See whether she's actually still on the roster, or see whether she moved.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Let me see. Okay, I'm scrolling. Mace, Madcap. She's still there. She's still on the roster.
All right, okay. So they haven't changed that bit yet. And then they'll probably do that when they do all the banners, I expect, from the rest of the site.
Yeah, she's still on the roster. Huh.
Yeah,
it's interesting. Wild times.
Yeah. So, but no, but that's that one done. So let's let's just have a 2 minute, 2 second moment of silence for Mandy Rose. You know, let's.
I'm okay with 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, I'll take the picture down now. We won't keep that up because of you. We know what you're like.
So. Yeah, for all of you that know, I mean, I love Mandy Rose, but like I was telling Xero, maybe, hopefully, if she stays released, maybe she'll do meet and greets and stuff. Like, there's a horror convention I'm going to in March that I met Braun Strowman at, so it's not totally out of left field.
No.
They pay decently, so I mean, maybe, and like WrestleCon in April.
Yeah.
For California.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to meet her, quite frankly.
It makes sense. Do we want to? I'm thinking because we've overran massively because we're on an hour 20 at the moment. We've covered the rest of the stuff today. We'll skip the AEW review. There's probably not much on that. So we'll skip AEW today. So any AEW fans out there watching, sorry, but we've had important news to talk about.
Okay, I'll give a breakdown of it. Winter is coming in Texas. You know where winter doesn't happen for the most part? Texas. There's your preview.
Yeah, there's your preview for it. So so no, so we're skipping the NXT. So we're skipping AEW this week. It's fine. I
do have to talk to you about something off air though.
Oh, okay. Yes, we'll do that.
Nothing bad. I'm just throwing an idea out.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So we might as well say then. So before we go then, so next week will be our last actual next week will be one of our last shows of the year. Possibly. Yeah, possibly.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Wink, wink. Yeah. We'll release some more information about that in the coming days. Well, I will anyway.
Yeah, we'll lock down a plan by next Wednesday for sure.
Yeah, for that one.
And we'll let you know.
Yeah. We're also going to be having our awards show coming up. That'll be between Christmas and New Year's. There'll be more information on that shortly. The voting has gone through, and there's actually some quite interesting results so far on the poll because I've been having a look.
Yeah. I'm not gonna look. I wanna come in blind.
Yeah. So there's also
that'll be fun.
There's also some additional awards as well that you don't know about, which I'm sorting out, which I've got. Yeah.
Oh, that can only go so well.
Yeah, it will do. Yeah, don't you worry. I've been a.
That makes me worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're telling me don't worry, that's never good.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, so that one. Don't worry. We've got a few there. That's that one. I will just also say as well, whilst I'm here, just in case anyone hears, I've got a interview tomorrow with an Impact Wrestling star, Cody Deaner, the guy who actually killed Eric Young. We'll put it down as that. He killed Eric Young in Impact.
Not long.
Yeah, so that'll be uploaded at some point tomorrow. Probably late evening because the interview's not until late evening with myself anyway and Cody Deaner. So we've so that'll be uploaded pretty late tomorrow evening at some point. It's only gonna be a quick thing. That'll be a solo thing which I'll be releasing through the website, not through YouTube for that one. So that'll be uploaded to the actual website, which we'll be doing. Anything you want to bring up before we go off?
Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the same thing every week.
Yeah, go subscribe to Bobby's YouTube.
I have videos coming out. I got one coming out tonight.
Oh, if you have another one.
Actually, you'll like what I have coming out tonight. It's a Masked Singer season 8 review.
Oh, yep.
I pretty much just go down the list of who was on it.
Oh, fair enough.
Nothing crazy. But I thought, in case people want to hear the names, why not, right?
Yeah. So especially seeing as one of them's a wrestler this year, but we won't spoil that. We won't spoil that. So
shut up and dance with me. That's all I'll say on that.
Yeah, spoil that one. So, but subscribe to Bobby's YouTube channel to find out who it was, if need be, and obviously watch that video. Don't
forget. It comes out in 24 minutes from recording right now.
24 minutes from recording. So
23. The time just changed.
Well, by the time I've uploaded this, that'll be out already. By the time I've uploaded this,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, just the video will be out.
Yeah, the video will be out. Well, obviously, by the time they've watched this as well, it'll definitely be out. It would have been out for about 2 days, I expect, by the time I've uploaded this. But yeah, so like, subscribe as we do, and thank you for watching again. And we will see you. Well, me and Bobby will see you next week. And like I said, I'll have the interview posted tomorrow with Cody Diener on our website through zeronews.co.uk. There'll be links posted out on Twitter as well. So this is goodbye from Xero.
Goodbye from Bobby.